Hello everyone. It is nice to be back. Just give me a second to sign a few things out, but I should be ready shortly.
Hey, does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee?
Okay, so welcome to the stream, everyone who is here so far. Haven't been streaming for a while. It's been a bit tough getting into it. I can't stream tomorrow because there's something happening tomorrow where I just can't stream. I'm not at the computer, and I shall be streaming again another day for an actual commission. But for today, we're just going to do some lighter stuff. Let me just turn this down a little bit. So for this stream starting soon, what I thought is putting all my original characters on screen. So obviously we've got Sophia, which is my quote-unquote original character. I don't like calling them that, but you get the idea. You've got Kubrick on the left, followed by Crush Ricks in the middle. You got the F Balloon on the right. That's a newcomer right there. And of course we've got Heavy Ass Cylinder, which only a few of you may know about. So there you go. There's all my original characters on screen, but I haven't actually done much with them. They're normally like limited to screen occurrences. Let's see what other music we got. Right. So what I was planning to doing today is I'm thinking of kind of experimenting a little bit, just messing around in Blender, maybe doing this odd small animation, just simple little things. I might take small little requests even, just small things, nothing big. But yeah, I just want to mess around for a little while, and I thought it would be cute to do a little stream of it. Can't believe it took them this long to add Heavy Ass Cylinder to the roster. Yeah, right. It was a heavily requested character. Glad they finally got in. Alright, so on that note, I shall remove this soon and get back to it. I say get back to it, I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I'm going to start off completely something new. And what I wanted to start off on was something that not a lot of people may have seen, but I learned how to shred, like how to shred a plane. Now I don't know how to do it mid-animation. I probably have to swap it out, which shouldn't be too hard, but I wish to show you something. So we've got some. I'm going to change this music a little bit. Let me just. There we go. Just something nice in the background. I'm not looking for too much. They look like characters from the Krusty the Clown show. Right. So if I create a plane right here, let's get a nice little ground going on here. The usual setup. What textures have I got here? Let's go for something more colourful, because I don't normally go for something quite colourful. Let's get something wood. Wood is good. I tend to ignore wood quite a bit. Today is not that day. I shall finally pay attention to it. Make it look nice, What happens now is I'll show you what I want to do. So I want to show some shredding. Now I'm going to just put a character onto it because I am really, really mean. But don't worry, the character will be just fine. Which character should we use? Actually, I'll let you fellas decide. Of all these characters you see, which one do you want to see? I guess shredded would be a really mean thing to say. Any of these that you see, do any of them look appealing that you want me to use? I'll go back up. There we go. I got quite the collection going on now. A lot of Aquas, I'll tell you that much, but we all know why for those who join the stream. Camilla, uh-oh.png. Wait, what? Where's uh-oh.png? Yeah. No, just ignore that. Just ignore that. That doesn't exist. What was it? Camilla. We use Camilla. I haven't used her in a while. So I'm gonna add a UV map to this. Stretch her out a little bit. There we go. So what I need to do here is subdivide. And then kind of just cut out the bits I don't need. God, this flop was used in that oldish Camilla animation that was everyone really freaking liked. I think it was SJ the Hero commissioned it. I remember it coming out quite nicely. Everyone seemed to enjoy it quite a lot. Now I apologise if I do sound a bit quieter tonight. I'm feeling a bit more tired. I've been feeling a bit more tired recently. Not sure why. I haven't been doing that much. Right. So with this, what I want to do is I'll cut to the chase now. If I pick the line select and then go down the line like this, then select the next row. Make sure you miss a row. I think. No, I don't want to miss a row. I want to oh, I'm not even collecting them. I believe so. Does this work? Yeah, this does work. Okay. So what I want to do is select all the lines, except the edge ones, because you'll see what doesn't matter. I keep hitting the wrong button. It's Control. Is it? Is it Shift? Oh, it's... Oh, God. Hold on. I've got... Does this work? No. Okay. There we go. Now it's working. It's Control. I was just being a tad. So if I cut all these strips up, I mean if I select all these strips, then I can cut them up by pressing V while in edit mode will cut it up. It'll separate the vertices. And it can make for some really interesting cloth physics. I want to get rid of all these though, because these should not be selected. That was accidental. Okay. So as long as everything is correct... Oh, I haven't selected these lines. There you go, that should be correct. Camilla will be fine, just like Luigi after Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Simon reveal. Oh yeah, everyone's saying Luigi's dead. And also he has a massive heart. Right, so when I've collected all the every other line vertices, I just literally press V. Now they're all separate. I mean, that's kind of awful on its own. But if you still select it as one mesh, that's in edit mode, of course, then it's, you know, just single. But now, if I kind of like, I don't know, put her in an angle, lift her up. In fact, first of all, I'm going to get rid of this white background. And if I set cloth physics on her, say like rubber. Rubber's not a good one to go with. And a collision. I play it out now. Well, look, shreds. That's, I mean, as dark as that may seem, it's really interesting for me because it kind of gives more opportunities for stuff like shredding and, well, kind of like confetti maybe, or like, not specifically with a character, I'm talking like particle effects. Like, this is a lot more possible now, when before it wasn't, and I had no idea how to do it. People actually requested it from me. If you put self-collision on, they kind of explode because they're all kind of bound together. The only way I could imagine doing that is by separating vertices so they're a bit more distant. I'm going to be changing the distance so it's minimal. That makes it not as bad, but yeah, it's still like, yeah, boom. Oh, Oh, I turned off collision in total. But yeah, that's something I've been wanting to do. So that sounds like a good bad end. Launch them as confetti. Oh god, that's loud. Probably know whose tune this is. No, Camilla will be fine. I mean, no one dies forever in cartoons, right? I mean, she's from a cartoon. Anime's a cartoon, it's fine. I need to turn this down, it's loud. Okay, that'll do, whatever. Yeah, so that's cool. What I can do though, if I just like, I don't know, apply this, leave her there. Well, now she's just a model, an object. If I create another one, and what did I want to do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, but with someone else this time. Let's say flops view. I don't know, like I don't know. We've got quite a few to choose from here. It's hard to pick a favorite. Well, we could use the Samus from the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate animation I did a while back. Yeah, that project. That was fun to work on. Too bad the second half of the stream went down because of how much real music I used, and that's why I only use game music now to be safe. So let's say we got Samus here. Is the girl with big titties real? Do you? Oh, is that what you want me to use you? I'll use you in a bit. Right now I'm going to use Samus. Is the girl with big titties real? Are you talking about Camilla? Jesus. She has a name, you know. Alright. She's not real. Don't worry. Anime isn't real. And neither is your waifu. So grow up. Right. So if I subdivide again, yeah, bada bing, bada bing. She seems awfully shocked. Did you know this video got age restricted? The one with Samus in and Master Hand. And while I can kind of understand why, it's like, what? Is it because there's death in the video? Because I don't know if you know how cartoon physics works, mate. I guess it depends who detect. Unless someone reported it to be mature, I don't know. Alpha, transparency, 0. I should have just picked images playing. It does all this for me. So, with this out of the way, now I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line select again. Oh, first of all, I'm going to quickly just delete the edges I don't need. Saves a bit of time and effort. Dia gets it, anime is false. What are you dotting about Zell? Or X? It's got you in a tizzy. Oh yeah, okay, so if you've got an entire face selected, if you press V, it cannot rip selected faces. I think we're saving the game. So like, if I do that and I've got that, it won't work. So I can't have any orange boxes. So I'm gonna have to do this. But this time, I'm gonna make it into real confetti. Just a bit of effort, but I love how it's got the sound effects as well included in this. I swear the music's getting louder though. Choo choo. I might need to move further in the OST so it's not all the beginning stuff. Right. Saying anime isn't real is what got me. What did you link? Hold on, what is this? It's a YouTube link. God damn it! What a great line. It's got 6 million views! Jeez. Alright, let me move this OST part a bit. I love that video. Right, back to this. I think the music died. Oh no, it's back. This time. come on. Every other line so it doesn't kill me. This is going to be harsh on the simulation though. Might get a little laggy, we'll see. For future reference, next stream, which I believe will be on Monday. I hope it's on Monday. It can't be on Sunday. If it's on Monday, then thank goodness. I'll be working on Zelenor, Zel, or X, however you wish to refer to them. I'll be working on their commission on stream. And hopefully getting that done. We were just figuring out today if this model actually works, and it does, so yay. I'll have to look back at what the idea for it is. And at that, then I'll have to actually animate it. They have already paid, so I have no problem going along with the stream. Okay, how ripped are you? I guess Samus is pretty ripped. Okay, yeah, pretty ripped. What am I planning for this stream? Oh wait, wait. If anime is not real, then explain Netflix adaptations. What am I planning for this stream is just to mess around, really, experiment in Blender a little bit. Because while I have done the strip, the cheese strings, as I'll call them, which is a horrible thing to say for poor Camilla, I just want to experiment a little more because, you know, it'll help in the grand scheme of my animating and just the effects I can use. Speaking of, I actually do want to mess around with the power system a little bit. We'll see. And maybe down the line we might make an actual animation, but a small one, nothing big. So if I set her cloth physics on now to rubber, yeah, rubber default, and then let her fall. Yeah, she's very split up, sliced and diced. So here's the thing now. If she like falls like that, and about, gee, what if I just have it down here? Oh, this could be good. Because look, if I have her like that, she looks almost normal. Kinda. I mean, looks a little dicey, quite literally. But if I... hops up there. Let's say that. And then I'm going to get my favourite item of recent, which is the force field of wind. Look at that. What I'm going to do... Actually, does it need to be specifically wind? I'm pretty sure there's another one. It's like a... Is it magnetic? Well, either way, I'll put wind in. And... hope I'm not missing too much because I got on a trip in a few minutes. Alright, no, you won't miss much. Plus, this will be uploaded to the stream archive. The owl is starting soon. What's the owl, Metroid Man? Okay. Let's say, like, okay. At 40, it's 1,000. Here, it's 1. It just goes... Pshh. How's that look? 1,000 is not enough. How about 2,000? I need to make sure I'm on the right keyframe. Wind is weird. It starts at 1, but then you got to put it as something as high as 2,000 just to make it work. That's barely anything. Unless the position of where the wind is matters. I don't think it does, though. No, it just needs to be straight up stronger. Or maybe this needs to be lighter. There we go. Oh my god, look at that. It's kind of kind of rhythmic, actually. Jesus. That's horrible. Overwatch League. You only use 500 on your flag, but the wind actually blew her. Huh. Yeah, what are you saying about that, Pally? Is it while people becoming animators in Blender now? I like to feel low-key on it that I might have been an inspiration behind it. But really, everyone's starting to get better than me, so soon I'll be out of a job. Well, hobby job. Maybe I'll force myself to get better. Which, I mean, you say force, but it's really just I enjoy doing it. I'll continue to work on it and I'll slowly improve. But I know I could be doing more for my animations, and that's why after these commissions are over, I might not be accepting a lot of commissions for a while. I might have one or two with art trades I'm always down for, depending on the artist. But I want to try and improve and do my larger project that I have planned. But to do that, well, I need to have free time. Something I don't have at the moment because one, I need to get my last assignment due. Even though I said I was basically done with my assignments, there's one more, but it's not big. It's not too big of a deal. And I need to finish these commissions. Prioritizing the ones that have already been paid. There's Zell who's already paid, and there's two which are private, so I can't mention them, but they're paid. I don't like it when people pay me early. I mean, something like X, they had to, like, well, they wanted to, and it work out better for them. It's like, fair enough, understandable. But for people who just, there was one of the private dudes just paid me as soon as the idea was confirmed on when I said just wait on the money. But before I even got time to say that, they already sent the money. It's like, I hate having to animate after someone has paid me. I like to receive the money as a reward for the payment rather than as a job. Because a job is you do it, then you get paid. Well, no, you kind of get paid, then no, you don't. I guess it's the opposite of a job. I am incorrect. But it feels more like it's a drag on because you have to do it just to be even rather than to get paid. But yeah, that's just me. Whoa! 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 No! She's consuming the world! Let's just ignore that. Don't know what happened there. Not gonna lie, I am just going to ignore that. Once, instead of vortex, I'm going to just rotate a little bit. That should help. Well, actually, what I'll do is at 40, I'll kind of rotate it that way, influence her decision. Maybe. Wait, why is it still only at 1,000? I thought I changed it to 2,000. I think. Huh. Well, that's quite strong. Look at that. That is kind of beautiful, actually. Looky here. Damn it. It looks like Thanos is snapping his fingers again. Oh. Oh, see you later, Palu. I'm only doing it for a bit of fun, but yeah, aren't we all? Not trying to do better than anyone else, just making stuff I want to enjoy. Mr. TR, I don't feel so good. Oh no. God, it's kind of majestic though to look at. How it feels to chew 5 gum. Alright, put that back down there. What I'm going to do is actually play a little bit. And I might just save that as an object. Just because I'm loving that idea so much. I'll just apply that because now it's solid, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of just there. It's just, that's so funny. God. What else? What's the other thing I want to try to do? I might mess around with flag physics a little bit. First of all, let me smooth this out. There we go. Gonna put that down a bit. Local distorting reality shreds people. More at 11. I was thinking about that. You know, I've had an idea about that. Of creating an animation, like a mini project, kind of, where once they snap the finger, it's like Sophia's snapping the finger, and it just cuts to different scenarios like Samus, Peach, etc. And what happens is like half the people get flattened rather than dust away. I thought about that concept for a while, and then I fought against it. 'Cause, I just didn't want to animate it. It sounds really fun though. One thing I want to get better at is the not UV spheres, but the kind of physics for icospheres when they've got soft bodies. Because if I do this correctly, on the front, I wish to, actually right now I've just got to assign it. There is a texture, a two-sided texture. You may have seen it in one of the previous ones, but I've got this, which is a boulder, and I'm going to set it to generated. And what's going to happen is, on this half is going to be, we're going to call this back right now. I'm going to add a new material called front, in which I'm going to assign it to this. So half of it is like this. What's going to happen is I'm going to add a material to front, which is going to be the peach boulder. But this is also going to be generated. And maybe I can move it down a bit. I wonder how I got it working before. Maybe it was UV. Because I remember I got it working with a boulder. But now I can't seem to get it working. How did I do it in that other one? That's for streams. Or was it on stream? Did I put it on stream? I did. Let me just save this as... We'll just say May experiments. And then open on stream Peachy Boulder. Because I did this, which I thought was pretty neat. I forgot how I did it though. Was it to do with subdivide? Or was it actually... Oh, it's actually a UV sphere. Right, so how did I get it to apply on either side? My best guess is that I need to actually unassign this. I'm going to assign the whole thing to the peach boulder. And then move her back to 0. Here, she'll be here and on here. There we go. Yeah. So that means I can... Yeah. So if I got pick back, I can literally just select the vertices. It's because of the rotation it was at. The middle points seem to mirror. So I literally just need to go boop. Pick the ones... Oh, face select, please. Pick the ones she's actually active on. Whatever. And then assign. And now she's gone. And because I did it as an icosphere, it means physics aren't wacky. If you use a UV sphere, physics can get really wacky. So she's literally just here now. What I'm going to do is give it physics. A soft body, if you will. I think this is just going to deflate. Yeah, it seems to... Oh, it's affected by the wind! Oh, that's cool. I didn't know soft bodies were affected by the wind. Look, as the wind goes up, she springs upwards. That means I can... Oh, that's cool. I'm learning something new here. That means I can, let's say, delete this keyframe. Delete this keyframe. Let's clear all the keyframes. Let's clear everything. Don't need this. Change it to about, I don't know, 50? If I change it to that... Oh wow, no wonder why it's set to 1 half the time. Look, because it affects soft bodies way more. Change to 0.8, 0.8. Give it a lot of dampening. How do I make it spring more? Oh, there's a spring here. 0.9, I guess. Okay. Hey, Zell, have you ever messed around with this kind of ball physics before, or not really? Maybe I can get it off less friction. Doing particle collision. Oh yeah, particle system. Oh, soft dampening during collision. If I put a 1, what does that do? Oh, that is very interesting. You know, with this technology, I might be able to make more realistic boulders that don't just roll in a straight line, but actually, I mean, if I made it like solid, like this. Let's just give it the where is it? Subdivision surface. There we go. If you put the wind below the cloth, it would affect that more too. Oh, okay. No, I don't even know how to get them smooth, to be honest. They were just jagged. Oh, okay. See, if with icospheres, the less poly ones, where are they? All you gotta do is go to modifiers, add modifier. Subdivision surface makes it smoother, but be careful you don't go too smooth, or I normally put 2. 2's normally enough, see? Now it looks kind of smooth. And then you can add smooth light in here. But don't add too many, or your computer will freak out. So if I play this, look, it's like an actual ball being pushed on metal rock. I can actually make it a bit more rough. And maybe if I rotate it so Peach is actually on the other end. Scale it up a bit. Make it realistically sized. I guess it's not exact, but... let's make the wind a bit stronger. That's not bad. What happens if I up the dampening? It's not bad. How about... if I was to do that... Oh, look. Whoa. You see something wacky? I'm sad that Pally went because I needed him to show me something about how to follow path constraint. Okay, so I'm going to try something real quick. Save this. Import, let's say an XPS model. Bodies. Which body do I want? Let's say like... Shy Gals, I like them. Let's say the white one. Let's load her in. Works for me. Let's put her over here. Now she's going to create a lot of lag because she's bloody... she will have a lot of bump maps. There we go. Most which don't do anything. Look, there's no different layers here. They're useless, but not for most of them. Like, see, some of the main ones do have bump maps. Disabling bump maps seriously speeds up your FPS though. to this. Right. Let's make sure everything is good. Let's see here. I just realized that's kind of a weird design, but we'll work with it. So what Palu was trying to show me before was if I were to flatten this character out, let's say, just like that. And may as well give it realistic proportions. Oh, wrong one. Have I done it from? Oh well, whatever. I tried. I tried to be good, but looks like it's not working. Whatever. Anyway, that's not important. The thing is that if I do something like that, lift it up a bit. You know how, like, if I try to lift it up, I'm trying to lift it up, she gets a little bit of height, but because of its restricted root bone, it looks really awkward and weird. And Palu said, hey, so I said, yabba-dabba-doo, jig-babba-dabba-dabba-doo. And they said, follow path. Amateur. So what I think is that I need to create a path. I'm going to try and figure this out. If you return so, be nice for some advice. Oh, never mind. Let's say just the end of here goes upwards. Apparently you can get a bone, a specific bone, to follow this path. Is it follow path of nerve path? Start experimenting. So when I put it to X, it seems to move. You know, I've just had a problem with the posing of my Soraka arm looked really derpy. I'll show you on Discord. Okay. Wait, what's going on in this picture? The elbow. Yeah, it looks really skinny. What the heck? Why is she scaled down? Oh, did you... Wait, did you flatten her via the root bone or the object? Or in object mode? Because if you don't do it in root bone mode, then when you rotate around, it'll look funny. I'll show you. So... Oh wait, no, I did mine in object mode. Never mind, screw that. Huh. I remember there was a specific way which way you could make it work. Let me Alt-S this. Then try in object mode. I remember there being a reason. Oh yeah, there we go. So if you do flatten the root bone, I think. No, I thought I was on something now. I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'm genuinely stumped by that. I remember there was a way I found out where you could make them separated. Like, kind of act weird. But it doesn't look like it's working here. Never mind then. Just repost it to hide it. Okay. See, if I figure something out, I'll let you know. This looks like a bit like cuter. Right, I'm still trying to figure this out though. Maybe it's a different constraint? because they said I used the follow path armature for the bones. That's what worked best when it came to arm floppiness. Oh, unless he's talking about the flag. Hold on. Yeah, follow path armature. Is he talking about a modifier for this? I didn't know you could make it wave. Ooh. Actually, wow. That could be useful. If I can do that with this, you can make it bound to a curve. That's actually very, very good. Having it curved like that. Oh, bye. Okay, just turn it off for now. See, that makes it rotate upwards. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, there we go. Look at that. Huh. Weird. I got it working. Don't know how. It doesn't work nearly as I thought it did. I'm gonna have to toy with this a little bit. It looks like it mimics the path to a T. If I remove this follow path and put it back up here, so that means it's just gonna affect this one. Yeah. Now if I put it right on her, is it gonna follow it religiously now? Yeah, it is. I figured it out. Huh. And there you go. I guess that's how you make that work. And then you can just animate this. If it, let's say, this might be complicated though, because if I wanted to animate this, let's say this arm, then what I'd have to do is literally create a new path. And then add a bonus constraint, follow the path of the node path 2. And then be like, oh. And it just comes down to, you know, the things I'm using. I could see it working well for single pictures, but in terms of animation, that looks solid. That's kind of cool, though. I'm glad I was able to discover that. I'm glad Palu taught me it. I was able to figure it out. I wonder if I can... Not sure. Oh, you can make a bolt. Take out the mask. And killer. But we don't want to do any of that. I'm sorry for the yawn. I apologize for that. Also, when I was listening back to one of my streams, every time I'd suddenly burst out laughing, like I'd do like a joke like that, I realized how much it peaked the audio, and oh god, I kind of jumped at those moments. I'm sorry for those who had to bear through me laughing. Maybe I should do something with the Shy Gal. I've got obviously this, Jesus. Maybe. Because while I've got Confetti Sadness, I probably shouldn't have turned it into OBJ, but whatever. It was fun while it lasted. I don't know. I mean, it's not something I've really dabbled with often, but I could turn it into a pool toy. Like, if I save this and go back to this, some of you might recognize this, the one time I turned it into this. Just ignore this is me being, I don't know. I was experimenting with something new. I'm just thinking around, that's probably like the closest I've gotten to kind of inflation side, but I've tried experimenting with inflation in models. Watch, I'll show you where I got in it. If I import XPS model. XPS. Let's say Steve from Minecraft. Zelda Breath of the Wild XPS. What's this one? Isn't this the thick glass one version I accidentally got? It's big enough to crash Blender. Oh, there we go. I think it is. I don't know if I replaced it with the normal one. Is she thicker than usual? Yeah, she is. Oh well, I accidentally got the thick version model, which... Ugh. I mean, cool and all, but... Nah. I wish I had the normal one. Let me just remove all the... Alright, time to get a little creepy. What I'm going to do is merge all of the stuff together. Should all be together now. FPS is still quite solid. Huh. Sophia model needs improving because it's really badly optimized. What else I'm going to do is, like, if I was to do this, what I would do is go to shape keys, create a new shape key, put it to 1. I found out you don't have to, for shape keys, by the way, Zell, this is very important because shape keys are live. You'll start a blank. Once you've got the mesh selected, I'm going to teach you this right now. Press plus to make your base. This is your default. Then press plus again to make a key. You can double click to rename the key like a big whatever you want to. I call it like OEI, you know, making mouth poses. And with this, if you hit tab, you can. This is a very high quality model. Geez, I wonder why. You can kind of, you know, make manual adjustments. You can press G to select, but if you want to select multiple vertices, you go over here and click connected or enable. Enable means anything in sight. You want to scroll wheel down though, because you might have this wheel and it's outside. You might just move everything. If you're moving everything, scroll down, up, sorry. And then if you're not moving anything at all, you want to scroll out. Enable means everything in front of you, which I think also counts for protected 2D. Connected though, just is only the vertices connected to one another, so these lips are obviously not connected, otherwise you wouldn't have a mouth. So what I can do is like select multiple vertices, move her down like this. And now I have a talking Zelda. See? I'm quite like that. So what my idea was, that furthermore, if you're on a key and you try to go into sculpt mode, you know that thing where you can like manually adjust things. You notice that you can't move anything. Like I'm holding left click, it's dragging. You can see the circles there. Nothing's happening. What you have to do is put it to full before you've edited it, and now you can grab it, and now it changes between them. But yeah, let's undo that. My idea was to blob or inflate/deflate this kind of area. I mean, you can kind of see where I'm going with that. And it's like, yeah. And I might have different keys. So then this one, once I enable it to 1, you can kind of get like the, you know what I mean? It could work, but I don't know. I don't think it'll work just yet. Simply because all the clipping issues it would have would be insane. Like, look at these clipping issues. Make her face look a bit. I mean, that's coming from this. What I could do though is something like, I don't know, grab. It's gonna be awkward though. Maybe it'd be better just to go into vertices connected mode and lift them out. Like that. That way it obviously shines through. You can have this below, etc. You know, kind of order it. But I don't know how I'd make that into an animation. Look for them answer above, however, that's why it's a blank stare. Now I know if it should do this, it'll end up making a cursed image. Prego Zelda. Yeah, so I've got this ugly abomination, and I can obviously mess around a bit more if I wanted to. Hey, look, I've just made a dwarf. Jesus. If I was to like leave a face alarm, it has potential, but that's not something I can do at the moment without making it look ugly. So imagine like this, but let's say grabbed out a bit more. Let's add that. Obviously, this looks awful. This looks so awful, but you get the general concept, right? It could work. But right now, I'm still messing around with it. If I was to make an animation out of it, it would have to be of my own thing. I would not allow commissions of it because it'll be so experimental. I needed a screen of that dwarf face. What the bloody? I'm gonna have to do it again. That's graph. Whoa! What did I just say about laughing really loud? Oh no! I'm laughing like a child. I need to stop this madness. I'm taking a drink. Hold on. Mm. I need more water. Jeez, that is a sight to behold. This is what you see before you die. Oh, this is what. Okay. I think I can make a face. It's inflate, I believe. Yeah, but now I'm just having fun. Zelda becomes a dwarf and becomes angry because Zelda gets popped. Actually, that does give me an idea. I mean, sorry you're stuck on this screen, but I was genuinely thinking here. Like, imagine a ball, and it inflates up, just a normal ball. It inflates up, and it gets like kind of like transparent stuff. It pops, and then I use this same shredding technique with a bit of wind and a bit of magic, hopefully. Make it look like bang particles everywhere. I'm waving my hands around like you can see me, but yeah, that's my general concept. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave this Zelda. I really like it. It's so awful. I lost beavers because of that. It's totally worth it. So I wonder, can I separate these? I wonder if I can copy this and make it its own thing. Apparently not. Okay, what I want to do then. It's going to... Okay, let's say I selected these two frames. These two, whatever. Go to wireframe mode. I wish I could invert selection. Actually, sounds like a good idea, that ball pop, though. It might take some effort to get it working. Yeah, but I could imagine getting it working. Hold on, I'm gonna try practice something here once I search. No, I've just bookmarked Picato. Blender, please do not crash. Blender, how to invert selection. Control I. Oh, hold on. Is it Control I? Oh, it is. Nice. There you go. Control I to invert the selection, and delete the faces. So all I'm left with is you. That's very important. And also I need to Shift Control Alt C, origin to center of mass, which is you. Now, because I've got this, what I could do is make a particle system. It's gonna make a plane. Put it like. Should I make a ball? I think this would work better. And you'll see why. So if I make this my particle system, and instead of using a halo, I'm using an object, which is you. and it's throwing out tiny little thems, which is right now. What I need to do is actually make it work. So I'm going to change its size, mass convert 0.1. Oh, it's affected by bloody wind. Don't you know? Right, can I not cache this? I can. Where's the cache? Bake. Alright. Okay, so now I can delete this wind and it'll still blow because it's baked. There you go, and now... Oh, it's... Hold up. There we go. Brand new bake. Now what I need to do is increase the size. Change it to random. Make it rotate. Is it bouncing? God, it's raining. I'd say like from 1 to like 5, because what's going to happen is... Whoa. Okay, I don't want 1,000, I want like 200. Let's put this like 50. Why are they so bouncy? What I'm going to do is... Where is it? Emitter. There we go, see? And lifetime... Okay, can I make it not bouncy, please? These need to be not bouncy. This seems to be working quite well, actually. Twop Zelda in the background. I hate it. I hate it so much. Curious how I can... Jittering, maybe? Just seems very, very bouncy. I'm looking for some sort of friction to change. Dampening. Oh! See if I made that bigger. And changed it starting from, I don't know, 10 to 15. 10. 15. Maybe I change it to like 13. It's got to be a quicker explosion than that. So what I'm going to do is save that. Are they bouncy because the thing in the thing in the mimic is mimicking is rubber? Actually, you're probably right. Actually, I don't know because I applied the... Oh, I did apply the cloth, didn't I? But it stopped giving it physics. Applying just means it freezes it. But oh yeah, it's probably because I removed the dampening. It's still a bit bouncy, but you may be correct. It could be due to the rubber kind of... I don't know what to call it. I'm blanking out. You know what I mean. The rubber material. Air drag, okay. I like that. But I need to make it so it looks good now. So let's make a UV sphere. How do UV map even know? I think I'm going to use generated. Let's use a flop of Samus. Let's say this one. I know that's not good. Well, it's a good idea because I think it could work. Did I crash? No, it just applied it a lot. If I get a very specific camera angle and rotate it like this way, let's say you know where I'm going with this. I mean, yeah, it's copied on both sides, but we ignore that. So let's say I make your data wireframe, just so it's easy to see for now. So on the first 10 frames, she's like this big. So you see. And then by frame 10, she's like rotated up. She's gotten quite big. I'd say actually probably only about as big as the emission. And transparency will change. 0.5. And then on the next frame, she's obviously gone. Long gone John, if you will. Yeah, like that. But now I need to, what I need to do now is, this is so mean. Oh, sorry, I missed some chat messages. What did you change then to make it only apply once instead of on all faces? What I did is, if you are going to apply a texture, but it already has a lot of vertices, faces, like you've already applied the faces, you go to texture, and I'm gonna have to do it on a texture that actually exists. Hold on, let me just make this textured. So you want to go to, where are you? There you are. Go to textures, materials, then textures, make sure it loads. Scroll down, and where it says coordinates, instead of UV, you want generated. Each of these all do something different, so try messing around with them and see what kind of results you get. Now, to make this white thing disappear, in render, I think, do not click the emitter. The emitter means it will show the emitter in render, but turn it off, and you'll get some good results. Also, god damn it. Hide this. Of course you can see her from the other side. I'm gonna be a little cheaty here. And where you can see her face, I'm just gonna delete her. Exterminate, you will be deleted. Those are Daleks and Cybermen, whoops. Now let's just assign it. And then make the blue like closer to the actual blue we need. Now at least it doesn't look bad from the other side. Like it looks bad from this side, but it doesn't look bad from the other side. So oh, it's hidden. Okay, let me try rendering this. I want to see how this comes out. Hey, no worries, Del. Shattered motion blur. Okay, I'll be ready to add this to Blender once it's finished rendering. Frame 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, bingo, 50. So go to TMP now. Frames 1 to 50. I think I can just drag this in, right? There you go. Yeah, look at that. I think that came out pretty well. That could be used. That could be used in a later animation. Maybe. I kind of like that. I think it works. Alright, well there's something else that works. Put it up to like 200. I'm pretty sure I can bake these, can I? Hold on. Pretty sure I can bake this animation. Just to make it stop lagging. Baking allows it to, it's pre-simulated, so it basically becomes animated like keyframes now, so it's not real-time simulation. Really helps with something like cloth physics when you get just exactly the simulation you want, you bake it, so you can mess around with objects around you without resetting it. Still get a garbage frame rate. Is it because of you? I imagine, maybe because it's the amount of particles on screen, I don't know. I feel like if I delete this now, it'll be fine. No, that's incorrect. Oh well, probably because there's so much on the bloody screen, there's a lot of particles. But yeah. Don't check the FG general. Oh. Oh my god. What have you done, Zell? That's a mood right there. Why did you make it a vote? Why? I feel like if you made anything about it, it would be big lip, oval, stewy face Zelda. Is it this? What's it called? Zelda Oi. Jesus. That's quite interesting. I wonder if I can save that. But do you have the full picture that you used, X, for the actual upload to the emoji? Whoa! I mean, if I make this Shy Girl, should I just like copy her? Whoa! I forgot you're not all bound, are you? I want to move this over here because what I want to do is delete these. Delete your modifier that you have. And I want to show that with sculpt mode it's easier to make these kind of things happen because this is a very basic model, so it's going to get a bit weird. But if I turn this key up to 1, go to sculpt mode, say like inflate, deflate, strength, like that is much easier to do than ever before. So if I wanted to like do something like that, obviously it's bubbly and wrong. So if I want to fix it, all I could do is go into edit mode and pick only connected vertices. Look at that. Easy peasy. You can make it work. So what is this music? And of course with this one you could also make it work by not having this fully visible. Moving this up. We have to pick vertices select. And moving this up a bit. But yeah, you see how like much easier this is to combine sculpt mode with edit mode. See, in edit mode, trying to expand things, you'd have to use like you have to press S and then scale it up, and then kind of move it into place. And it doesn't. While it looks fine here, it doesn't always work. So with this, it's much easier just to like, you know, make something work. You can also just use grab, move it around, inflate, deflate, which I think I was using before. What about blob? Blob's kind of weird because it pushes. So now I've got this bloody cartoon noodle character. So if I just do this, it just bloody ruins it. It also looks a bit funky. It's just a big one I posted there. It was a small screen cap. All right. Oh god, I can get a bit of a weird mouth. I don't know why I'm toying around with that, but you get the idea. If you push her far enough, you kind of squish her from the force. Actually, speaking of that, reminds me of something. There was something you can do where you can bind a character to its box. So I'm gonna get rid of that stupid thing. Because I affected the hair as well. But if I make a box, cube, whatever. Say I like, yeah, scale it up a bit, whatever. And put the data so it's not textured, it's a wire. There was a way to make a force field. How to stop Blender. I remember there was a way how to make mesh restrained to cube. I'm gonna just put that, see if anything comes out. Ugh, I remember there was a way. Blender, how to prevent amateur from leaving from how to restrain mesh to a shape. Morph between two shapes in Blender. What?
Let's begin by adding a color and
I don't know. I swear I used to know. Because what happened was, what you do is, you pushed her against the wall of this cube, and she squish up because she's not allowed to leave this area. It is bothering me that I do not know. No, I don't want sculpt mode, please. But is it a modifier? Is it Laplacian deform? No, because that uses a group. Vertex group. Mesh deform? Maybe it's mesh deform. I hit bind and uh-oh. Did Blender just crash? Oh. Yeah, Blender just crashed. Okay. Oh wait, it's back, it's back. Okay, Can I unbind it? There we go. I just remember, it didn't work. Just remember there was a very specific thing you could do. Surface deform. Oh, maybe. F. Did it have to be in pause mode? Nah, because it should have worked. Explode. Oh, build is actually quite interesting. So if I go to build, well, you can change its length and stuff. So that means it kind of like builds everything, and you can make it random. So it kind of just, you know, forms her in like that. You can also reverse it, so she's here, and then she just kind of disintegrates. Which is a bit weird, but I don't know. I've been trying to think of a use for the build, but it doesn't look like there's anything I've been able to find to use it with yet. It's also wave, which doesn't really, it kind of works a bit weird with 3D models. I mean, you could make it work like that in an animation if you really wanted it to. She's trying to get away. She's trying to fly away. Go, birdie, go. I believe in you. She's off! Okay, she's back. Wait, okay. Hold on. And now begins the yearly flight of the Shy Girls. Not many make it throughout the year, and this single one wants to prove them wrong and showing that they can survive the winter. But the winter will be harsh. It will be tough for her. It will be a matter of whether she can find food if she will survive. Okay, that was lame. I just wanted to get that joke out of the way. I don't even know why I was annotating. Like, I just made it up on the spot. It was so poor. But hey, whatever. Ooh, look at that. I love how breasts like separate from her body. There might be potential for this. I don't know. This looks like an Adventure Time thing. Like, she's jumping for joy. And it even comes with physics, you know. It just works. Jesus. How'd you get wireframe on? And you'll have to have a quick play as well. How'd you get wireframe? Oh, you got it from above, okay. Yeah, wireframe is down here, just in case you weren't sure. In the box. But yeah, she said you already got it, so does Ma. Right. Whoa! Okay, this needs to stop. Let me save that. Is there anything anyone wants me to... Actually, you know, fine. I'm going to do it right and say it right now. Does anyone here want me to do anything? Like, just a small idea, a small little experimental idea. A quick idea they want me to do. Take this as a mini requests kind of thing. The more interesting, the better. Because I know Ricky Dimitri is here, and X is here. I don't know who the other 4 people are. Let me just check my DA. I didn't mean to click on Eclipse. No! It keeps highlighting itself every time I try to go to my profile. There we go. I might do a quick idea with this popping thing. I don't know, I think it shows promise. So did it already animate it here? Maybe I'll make it high resolution. Advancing cubing, maybe. Oh, I guess there is cubing. I could do something like that. You are correct. I might play around with that then. Because if I get another model in here, actually I'm probably just going to have to use a new model. I don't know. Nah, let's get like, I don't know, what's a good model? XPS model. Buddies. XPS. Thanos. Let's cube Thanos. No. I've got Widowmaker here. I didn't know I had Widowmaker, do I? That's news to me. Oh yeah, there she is. It's gonna be weird because I don't really use Widowmaker, but you know what? It's first time for everything. Yeah, let me just... First of all, let me disable all her thingy bobbies. Just to make her a little easier to work with. So enjoy these explosion fireworks. As I remove the normal maps, which I refer to as bump maps. You see, Blender is a fickle software. It wants you to do everything for the littlest result. And that is something I have accepted for a while now. But maybe there is better programs, and maybe in the future I will move to different things like Maya, 3ds Max. I know they cost, but I'll find a way around. I'll buy it legally. That's what my lawyers tell me anyway, I have to say, and for legal reasons. And I don't know, I'm just so used to Blender. But the thing is, I learned that if you can master the animation, the software you're using doesn't matter. You can adjust the software, but if you're bad at animating, well, I mean, you're bad at animating all programs, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter where I've learned. It'll be fine either way. I can adapt to the situation. But anyway, about cubing. You want to know more about cubing, Dimitri? What have you shown me how to do? What have you shown me how to do, DR? What is this link? Thick. Well, I mean, not even thick. But, what are you doing, Zell? Okay, so cubing. Anyway. Create a cube. And we're done. There it is. A cube. Cubing. No, okay. That's a big cube, Rick. I just realized how small everyone actually is. Oh well. Like little action figures. Right, so I got my little Kubrick here. And here. That's creeped me out. I need to go to add modifiers, add modifier, and cast. I got the same result as Zell. Look, it reminds me of Patrick at the end of the SpongeBob movies when he's in those high heels. Might have to disappear for as many appears. Oh, I'll see you later, X. Glad you had fun. Okay, so what I need to do now is control object is the cube. What I do here is add a cube. But now I need to make the factor huge. I'm working on it. She looks quite round though. It looks almost like a ball. It's quite experimental trying to make it work. In fact, this might just be a big ball. Whoops. I'm not sure how to make a normal cube. But it's literally just a ball at this point. But oh, use transform. No, because that doesn't work. What I can do, I can make a ball TF while I'm at it. There I can kind of like... I don't know, that's... Surprised I got cubes working for some reason this cube is making a sphere. Oh, that's why. Cast type sphere. Duh. See, now it works. Like, you're gonna have to sort yourself out, mate. There you go, there's your cube. What I can do is just shrink the model how I see fit to make it work. Of course, can expand the upper body. I mean, of course, this is quite experimental. Not everything is going to look super duper smooth. But it mostly looks nice, I guess. Let's move that back to chat. Boop. And my hair's sticking out a bit. But you get the general idea. Cubing is a little off. Like it's got its way to go yet. But I think it has a lot of potential. Because if I do something like... If I actually pose it correctly, like this... and get it properly cubed up. Maybe move her up just a little bit. She can escape, but then she drowns back into it. I kind of like it like that. So what I can do is, once I'm happy with what I've got, which I'm not yet, I'm gonna get her feet into there. Make your own feet. Anyway, let's just say that's done. What I'm going to do is I need to apply the armature first and then the cast, and then you've got the object. Now this object can rotate however you please. So if I decide to like, wait, so Shift Control Alt C, boom. I don't like how her eyes are placed, I gotta fix it. There we go. It looks a bit goofy, but it works for what it is. So I apply that. What I can do is center of mass, yada yada. Give it rigid body connection, which is box. I might actually just make it a convex hull and make this a rigid body passive. Now it's actually an object. Isn't that nice? Oh, arms are sticking out. Ugh, but you get what I mean. Actually, let's undo it before she's actually separated then. And let's change the factor. Not factor, radius. Let's give her. Can I express her better? What's this in her eyes? It'll do. To apply an armature, you have to remove all the shape keys, and the ones you remove last will get automatically applied. There we go. Now I can shrink it down. And she makes a nice little cube for the collection. So we can kind of... I mean, it's not a perfect cube. I'd have to add more subdivisions for that. But it's somewhere. You know? Not the worst. Don't think it's that bad, really. I mean, for cubing in 3D, it's hard. I'd probably have to use textures to make it more accurate. But apart from that, it's quite hard to do. Yeah, nah. I might end the stream here because what I want to do. So I'm done kind of experimenting for now because I've discovered a few new things. It's quite nice, but this one here I kind of want to refine it a little more. I'm not going to upload it like a real animation, but I kind of want to post it in FG, and hopefully that will look nice. But apart from that, I think I'm probably done with the stream then. So, on that note, let me just get it. Thank you for joining the stream. I know there's not many of you here left, but I'm glad for those who stuck around to the end. You included Ricky Boy. So this was a short stream. I just wanted to get kind of back in streaming. It's kind of nerve-wracking saying like, oh, I'm going to be streaming tonight. Like, it's really nerve-wracking when I have to start a stream. So I wanted to try and get into it, do something lighter today, just mess around a little bit, just have a bit of fun, you know. So next stream I shall be working on Zelenor's mission. And that should be fun, just because they have quite a good idea. So thank you, fellas, for joining me today. And I will see you on the Monday stream. Hopefully it's a Monday. Well, you know, if things don't go the way intended, then it's going to change. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So until next time, ciao for now.